Hey guys, AD.VideoEditor here today to talk about keyframing with you guys. So let's go ahead and open up Sony Vegas. And now first off, you guys might be confused what is keyframing. And keyframing is basically points in your video where you have different movement, and each point represents a spot where something should be at that time. It may sound confusing at first, but you'll get the hang of it. So now I'll show you guys how to keyframe. So first, let's create a new video track. And for this example, let's open a text media. And so we're going to work with the scale here and keyframing the scale. So let's go ahead and type something in. And now you guys all know what the scale is, just the size of it without changing the font. And so in order to, first let's open up the keyframing area. And to do that, all you have to do is click this little clock right over here. And you'll see this almost everywhere. And when you hover over that clock, it says animate. So let's click that. And now this little area appears down here. So basically, the top part here is titles and text, which is just the name of the text media. And then in this darker gray box here, it says scale, and that's the effect we're going to keyframe or animate. And so let's first go over these things right down here. The one all the way on the left sends you to the first keyframe. The one next to it goes to the previous keyframe. Then it goes to the next keyframe, the last keyframe, and this plus one here adds a keyframe, and this minus one deletes a keyframe. And this thing here is when it's unclicked, like right now, I can be anywhere in my track, and this thing over here, the cursor, it'll always stay at 0. But if I have it synced and I move the arrow around on the timeline, that will move around along with me. So this is helpful if you need to move something in your timeline and you want it to also move over here with the text. So let's say when I start it, I want the scale to be big. So I'm at 0 seconds. So now I can go ahead, take the scale, and make it nice and big. And now let's say at 2 seconds, I want it to get smaller. So what I'm going to do, I can go to 2 seconds in here, or I can go to 2 seconds down here, and just use the arrow keys to go between frames, and there we go, 2 seconds. And now you can go ahead, click add a keyframe. Hold on. Click add a keyframe. And then you can adjust your scale and bring it down a little bit. But what you can also do, I'm just going to delete this keyframe, is you can just hover over it, and any adjustments you make when the animate thing is active here will automatically create a keyframe. So let me shrink this a little bit. And now, if I go from the beginning and play it, it'll gradually go from big to small. And now you might be wondering why, if I only have two points set, that it automatically slides and easily adjusts to them. Well, that's just what the beauty of keyframing. You're not just setting exact frames and what it should be at that frame. You set the start, the end, and in Sony Vegas with keyframing automatically moves every frame in between those two keyframes. So it's really helpful, so you don't have to manually change every single frame, so it works. And so that's pretty much it with keyframing. Just look out for any of these animate things, clocks over here on the side, and it's not only in text. Let's say I want to go to video effects. Let's just go the glow. You see, everywhere. Every single factor of every single effect. Keyframing is almost everywhere in Sony Vegas, just to look out for it. And once again, it's just a really helpful way of getting smooth transitions, smooth movements in your video. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe, please like, please comment. If you have any questions, comments, complaints, if you want to see me explain any certain effects in Sony Vegas, you have any confusions about it, email me at ad.videoeditor@gmail.com.